both Bryn, Stewart, Joseph, Glynn, and the Illuminati family.
We've rolled up with how he is, threatening houses, innocent women, and the children. Probably a sentencing because he needs to learn. Where he's gone at a woman, told one of the ladies a tramp and that she was lying. He said that he was going to bomb one of my friends' house where she has children. Probably a bit scared because, you don't expect to come on an app and get threatened with stuff like that. I've seen on his profile where he changes his name to a racist slur. He's threatened that he has addresses where there is women that do have children. With the difference between them both is that Neo outs people, the right people that need to be highlighted, and Road Up goes after innocent people and threatening and doxing things. Where Roll Up, if he didn't get his own way, he would kick off and spit his dummy out. For example, I remember when I was in the family, he was in a relationship with Chazza, and Chazza was speaking to another person as a friend, and Roll Up kicked off because Chazza gave a number to someone else. Everyone was lovely in the family, but as soon as an argument happened, they'd all switch and they'd all follow Bryn. I'm scared of Bryn, how he doxed addresses, Facebooks, names, the lot. Between now and back then I was frightened, I'd never say a word, but now if I've got something to say, I will say it. With Bryn, probably not a caution because it won't help him, probably a sentencing with how many times he's doxed addresses, doxed Facebooks. With Roll Up, with how he is, threatening houses, innocent women, and the children, probably a sentencing because he needs to learn.
Now let's hear what Nicole's mom, Tracy, has to say about her experience regarding the same subject.
100% free will. I do indeed. Coming up for 1 year and a half. I thought the app was really good to socialise and have a giggle. I think it was a panel where I'd been told somebody was out by somebody called Neo Chambers with regards to unacceptable behaviour. When I actually looked at the videos, I thought it was a really good idea to actually there look on apps and keeping an eye on how awful people can be. Bryn Stewart was quite early on in the app because I became friends with another female on the app, and told me he'd made threats to rush her house and do unspeakable things to front of her young child. Roll Up, that was when I joined a family. It was middle of last year, 2023. When I'd left the first family, I happened to start speaking to on the app, and she told me about a family that she was in, which was the Illuminatis, and I became a family member to sit on their panels with. After being by the female, what Bryn had actually said to her, I couldn't actually see that being Bryn because he never showed that side of him. I didn't believe anything that the girl had actually said about Bryn because he showed that side of him. I think always the same. It was off at things. He didn't like it. If it wasn't his way that a panel was being done or something that somebody had said, he'd literally just kick off and drop out the panel and disappear. From my experience, he does like to control, especially with women. I did start a really close friendship with a girl on the app, Chazza. We had a mutual male friend that was on the app, and for some reason, he wasn't able to get on the app. Chazza jumped into one of my panels All Up happened to be in at the time, and she just said to me, just to let you know that this person has messaged me to let you come off the app and but I've got a number for you. And Roll Up had all of a sudden started kicking off. Well, why has he got a number? Well, I gave it to him. And then all of a sudden, he appeared off the panel for about half an hour and come back. And Chazza refused to join the panel again because of Roll Up being inactive. But myself, my 19-year-old daughter on me. No, it wasn't such a chat up. It was the fact because myself and my daughter was new females in the family. I think until he found out that she was in a sex relationship, he was very, in my eyes, advanced for someone to really know her. Well, I was pissed off. I was fuming. Daughter's not on and out to find a boyfriend. He's on there to make friends. There was quite a few different, made it quite difficult in the family now. And I don't like people being, so if you're going to say about a close friend of mine, I think they have every right to know. I'd mentioned to one of my female friends that something, but then gone into a private. I did not go into a private, numerous other people expecting them all to throw daggers at this. Right. The girl left the panel, the private, and decided to go onto a normal panel because one of the girls had to do hours. The girl in question was sat on me with not just other people but myself as well, which I'm totally ashamed of them. Yeah. Took part in, I would say, be bullies, saying things that upset the girl. Yeah. She was watching. We knew that she was watching, text messaging one of the girls panel, and it was being read out. And obviously, we all had an opinion that was being read out of a text message. The girl then got to the point where we were on one broken picture that she had self-harmed by engraving not just mine, my daughter's, and numerous people's names were on. No, I've got a child that's had to deal with something. It hurt. Yeah. To see a picture with my name and my surname saying it's my fault. It wasn't my fault. I was being, which is what I have always done. So from that, I decided to come away. To find out the next, all these people had gone into a private and decided to blame and only me. So for a whole year, I had Bryn put press out. This girl sat there day after day out in my private information with Bryn's permission because he was family leader. She did it, he did it, and they all did it. Yes, I have. I do apologise. He has been towards us. Yeah. Apology again. He has used the N-word numerous times on post and on panels. I have witnessed him into panels and different races, Indians, come into a panel and he's called them a thief and kicked them out. His post is put up Neo Chambers, aka N. I have witnessed both. I have also been roll-ups victims of my house. He has threatened not just my house, but one of my friends' houses to turn up and bomb my house. I don't think I actually ever heard Roll-Up ever say anything nice, if I'm perfectly honest with you. He Neo. He ain't never going to be Neo because he is a wrong'un and Neo isn't. I know that Roll-Up tried to be Neo's best friend, but then when he got caught out trying to threaten a woman, he got outed. And so he should. Neo's a hero and Roll is a wanker because he got found out for being a liar and a rip and a bully. He tries to mimic everything, but he ain't never going to be a little boy in a man's body. Yes, I have, including myself, Lucy Troubles, what he believes is numerous addresses of Neo Chambers, my friend Lantz, my other friend Bryn, Betty's address, his ex-girlfriend, because she dumped him because he's a prick and a woman beater. All I know he's out of the dresses. I know he's been vicious to women and verbally abusive to women. He's out of the dresses. He's out of children's pictures. I know all this because I have witnessed it whilst I was in his family. Putting addresses out, people's children out, making threats to women on panels. Lance's children. I know his accounts because we shared our accounts in the family chat. Roll-up seemed to be Bryn's muppet. He did everything that Bryn told him to do. It's as if Bryn was using Roll-up to put everything out there to try and cover his so Roll-up realised what Bryn was like. So Bryn had to do his own dirty work then. Yes, 100%. So Roll-up get away with absolutely everything on a panel. So if he was racist, Bryn wouldn't kick him. If he was abusive to someone, Bryn wouldn't kick him. But all of a sudden, would see or hear Roll-up or Bryn go say, oh, check your messages. And then all of a sudden, an account would come in with somebody's address up or somebody. I think absolutely fantastic. The support and the time that they take, their everyday life, they've got their own life, their own family to deal with. They put all that on hold to support victims like myself and everybody else that shares their stories of is wrong and to do on this app. There should be more people out there, and I think it should be worldwide known about Lucy Bubbles, Neo, and Wonder Woman.
How do you...
A breath of fresh air that we're no longer in that family. We've found the family that we've found, and that we've got yourself, Neo, and Luke Wonder that we can always talk to, and get best advice and help that we ever needed. It's like having 3 god angels, really.